I found a secret tweak in PGA Tour 2K25 that has completely transformed my swing. I'm talking about more accuracy, fewer mishits, and way more confidence. And it's not about how you swing. It's about how much you swing. I haven't seen anyone else talking about this, but once you see this in action, I promise you, you'll never go back. In PGA Tour 2K25, the developers introduced Evo Swing, a significant shift in how swing mechanics work. Instead of a straight back and forward motion, like in previous games, Evo Swing incorporates a subtle bias in the swing meter to replicate the nuances of hitting the ball with a fade or a draw. While this brought a cool level of realism, it also made precision and consistency trickier for a lot of players, especially newcomers to using the swing stick. In fact, many players have ended up disabling the swing bias altogether just to have more fun with the game. But here's the good news. I found a way to make swings more consistent and precise for both full shots and putting, not by changing how you swing, but by adjusting how much you swing. If you're like me and you need to stay on pro difficulty in order to climb the tiers of ranked play, this just might be the swing hack you've been looking for to give you an edge over the competition. Instead of pulling the stick all the way back like we all think we need to, I only pull back just enough to trigger the swing meter, and no more. Start your swing on a line towards your swing path mark at the bottom of the meter, like normal, but stop moving the stick as soon as the animation begins and hold the stick steady. Notice something weird? The stick isn't moving, but the animation keeps going. When the meter hits the desired spot, push forward from where you are to complete the motion. I call it the micro swing. It's just enough to trigger the swing animation while staying on line, and then all you have to do is focus on nailing the contact mark at the top. I know it sounds weird, right? But by staying in one place while the animation is playing, you're going to get the same results as a full motion swing without the potential for making an error while moving the stick all the way down. Less movement means more controlled swings, better precision, and way more consistency. And this game is not just about accuracy, it's about repeatability. Assuming you start the swing online like you normally would, you'll be able to start a consistent shot time and time again. And it works just as well for putting. The same exact mechanics. Pull back just enough to start the animation, then push forward when you reach your desired power mark. This small adjustment has helped me drain more mid-range putts than ever before because my ball isn't trailing off anymore at the very last second from a slight push or pull. So now instead of second guessing my stroke and wobbling my thumb,
I shoot with this hand.
I spend more time reading breaks and dialing in adjustments throughout the round and ultimately having more fun, which is what video games are supposed to be, right? The difference has been shocking. Full swings stay on target, putts roll true, and every shot feels more controlled. I was ready to put the game down or at least drop from pro difficulty because my swing was all over the place. But this changed everything. Stick around for a montage at the end of the video and I'll show you exactly how accurate and repeatable this little change has been for me. But like anything in golf, it takes time to master. I had to grind this out over weeks until it became automatic, and there were hiccups along the way. But once it clicked, I knew I could never go back. So before diving into this technique, here are a few things to watch out for. Lessons I learned along the way. Tickling my brain there. First, your short game will need some adjustments. Around the green, there are certain shot types that will be off. So use True Shot to align your swing path with your practiced natural fade or draw bias. That way, you don't have to worry about trying this new technique, but the opposite way around, and get less than stellar results in a critical moment in your round. I'd recommend practicing in the approach facility, especially with flop and sand shots, so you get quicker with moving True Shot around to get to your normal swing path. Secondly, since this method changes how you move the thumbstick, some controllers might introduce rhythm inconsistencies, causing unexpected shot power spikes. Don't panic though, this smoothed out for me as I got more comfortable with the motion. It happens most often if I let go halfway through the backswing and try to save it by pushing it forward real quick. The more confident you become in holding the stick steady before pushing forward, the less these errors show up. If it keeps happening, tweak your club fittings and attributes to favor rhythm. It definitely helped for me. My technician build is, I think, dialed in pretty well for this swing, so be sure to pause the video before the montage at the end to check it out. And if you refine your build even further and it works, be sure to drop your setup in the comments down below so we all can test it out. Lastly, I tested this on multiple controllers, my FlyDigi Vader 4 Pro, my Xbox Elite Series 2, and a standard Xbox controller. Adjusting dead zones and stick tension helped me fine-tune my consistency, especially with the Pro controllers. Taller sticks, in particular, also help me with the feel and accuracy when pulling back online and holding steady during the pause in the middle, but you don't need a new controller for this to work. I cannot stress that enough. Just because you see me use a Pro controller doesn't mean you have to go out and spend money for this to work. If you're using a standard controller with enough practice, the micro swing works just as well. In the future, you could also add control freaks to your sticks to improve precision for a lot less money than a Pro controller. But you absolutely do not need any extra accessories or new shiny things to make this work. My micro swing technique has completely changed how I play PGA Tour 2K25. It's all about minimizing unnecessary movement, sharpening my precision, and, most importantly, increasing my consistency, whether I'm launching full shots or dialing in my putts. With a bit of practice, you can master this. I know it sounds crazy, and it'll be a little bit of a learning curve, but stick with it. I guarantee you'll see the difference. If you enjoyed this video and want to help me keep the shades on and the green fees paid, take a second and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. We're always testing new ways to improve and have more fun in 2K25. You won't want to miss what's coming next. And if you want to hang out live, head over to twitch.tv/LuxDomino. We stream every week. It's like this, but live.
Oh, it's live, pal.
More laughs, more antics, and of course, more of you helping me hold it together when somehow I misread another 5-foot putt. Not that that's ever happened before. Keep chasing greatness, legends. I'll catch you next round.